Hello and welcome to the video meeting report of the Flux National Steerco. The meeting was held on the 14th of April 2018. This was the initial introductory Steerco meeting and the agenda is laid out on the screen, as are the attendees. The purpose of this initial meeting was to provide an opportunity for the various members of the Steerco to get acquainted with each other and to set out some very high level guidelines and principles as to how the Steerco would work moving forward. There was an initial round of introductions where all the members of the Steerco gave a quick overview on their background and how they ended up being part of Flux. There is more detailed information on each of the Steerco members contained in the appendix at the end of this presentation. There were discussions on the objectives of the Steerco, and the following 5 key objectives were agreed and defined. The first being accountability. That meaning the accountability of holding ourselves to account to get things done, so that the Steerco can facilitate the actual tracking of tasks being completed in the organisation. Second objective, alignment, that the Steerco should ensure that branches and working groups across Australia cooperate effectively. Third objective, communication and coordination, where the Steerco would be responsible for developing and sharing the big picture that we're all trying to work together on. It will also serve to provide some strategic guidance on the overall holistic vision and what it is we hope to achieve as a broader movement and organisation. And finally, the Steerco would serve as a decision-making body where we would be held to account for making transparent and accountable decisions as required in the organisation. However, there was a distinct agreement among people that the Steerco should not serve as a decision-making bottleneck in the organisation, and this was something that will be developed over time. Conversation then switched to defining the overall strategic objectives for Flux as the organisation moves forward, and there were 4 key areas identified. The first being to make issue-based direct democracy famous, as in to get the idea permeated into the wider societal consciousness and to enhance the education around what something like issue-based direct democracy and direct democracy movements would actually stand for. There's the strategic objective of enhancing Flux as an organisation. This will involve us taking all the required steps to ensure that our own organisation works efficiently and effectively, getting things done, communicating properly, just managing our own organisation in a responsible manner. Third objective, develop the membership base. As we are a direct democracy organisation, our membership base is the most important aspect of our organisation, and we need to ensure that as new members come on, that they are been met with what they want, as in giving people the education, giving people the opportunity to engage with the organisation, giving people an outlet to get involved and volunteer and to take this idea and this concept and bring it into their lives and their community, and to really develop the membership base as a key asset for the organisation. And the final strategic objective related to competing in election campaigns. So at this moment in time, for Flux and issue-based direct democracy to be relevant in Australian society, it's election campaigns that will pose the greatest opportunity for us to move forward. As such, we'll need to ensure that we have proper strategies and plans in place to compete in election campaigns as they present. To close out the initial meeting, there was a number of actions defined. First action being the creation of an overarching strategy document and communications for the Steerco. There was the action of setting up some guidelines on how working groups will be established and the process for how they will be run moving forward. Engaging with the state branches to get representation from all the state branches at the Steerco meetings moving forward. There's a number of tasks around organisational technology that need to be addressed. Then additional tasks around governance in terms of how decision making will be done at the Steerco level, dispute resolution and so forth. Just some aspects that need to be addressed before we progress much further. And the final action was around investigating into our finances, fundraisings, platforms and structures, all things related to finance, and ensuring that we're able to fundraise and obtain money and spend money moving forward across all of the state branches. The rest of this presentation just contains some bio information on all the members of the Steerco, and then a high-level strategy draft that was to form the beginnings of the organisational strategy document that will be circulated across all of the state branches in the coming weeks. And that was the end of the meeting. The next meeting will be held in 1 month's time and will be recorded and shared in a similar format to this. Thank you very much.